2022 is almost over and it's got me looking towards 2023. I think it's fair to say that this year hasn't been the best for Animal Crossing fans. It's something that we've gotten kind of used to in the past, where we've had years where no Animal Crossing content has really reached us at all. But thanks to New Horizons' success in 2020 and beyond, it made Animal Crossing a staple game for Nintendo, one of their absolute biggest. At the end of the day, money does talk, and Animal Crossing New Horizons is the second best-selling game on the Switch with over 40 million sales as of September 2022. Mario Kart got new content thanks to its huge success on the Switch, so to me that seems like proof that we will be seeing more Animal Crossing games on the Switch. So it seems pretty unlikely that from a business point of view, Nintendo would leave it too long between releasing more Animal Crossing content after New Horizons. Of course, when I say content, I'm not talking about Animal Crossing updates. We all know that they're done with those in New Horizons, but what about future Animal Crossing games? I've talked about this a few times on the channel in various different ways, what types of things we could see and such, but how likely is it really that we would see new Animal Crossing games in 2023? So far, we don't really know many of the major games which will be launching on Nintendo Switch in this year. We do have The Legend of Zelda Tears of a Kingdom, which is going to be a massive release, but not too many others come to mind really. March 2023 will also mark 3 years since the launch of Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is really crazy. To me, that says there has been enough time for them to release something new Animal Crossing related. Now, I sincerely doubt that they'll be coming out with a new mainline Animal Crossing game in 2023, and we have pretty good evidence that they won't. Just looking at the gaps between all the past Animal Crossing release dates, it seems very unlikely that they would decide to significantly shorten this, even with the success of New Horizons. After all, these mainline games take a long time to develop, even if they are using Animal Crossing New Horizons as the basis for their next game. They also don't have the tendency to release 2 mainline Animal Crossing games on the same system, so as long as the Nintendo Switch is around, I don't think we'll be getting another mainline Animal Crossing. But on the other hand, it seems incredibly unlikely to me that Nintendo would make it so New Horizons is the only Animal Crossing game really on Nintendo Switch. There's still plenty of time for them to work on and release spin-offs for Animal Crossing, which is something they did a bunch of between New Leaf and New Horizons. About 3 years after the launch of New Leaf, we got Happy Home Designer, which was the first major Animal Crossing spin-off, and I feel like we could see a spin-off at this level for New Horizons too. Obviously, it would have to be fairly different from Happy Home Paradise, but there's plenty of ideas that I'm sure they could work with. A lot of people tend to mention the huge gap between Animal Crossing New Horizons and New Leaf and use that as a reason for why we wouldn't see more Animal Crossing content in the near future, but I don't really think that's a good argument given that we saw 3 Animal Crossing games in that time and a huge update for New Leaf too. So, if you mark down the fact that we've already gotten our huge update for New Horizons, we technically could be in store for 3 spin-offs too if there's such a long gap between New Horizons and whatever mainline game comes next. Although it is worth noting that one was Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, which they probably won't do anything like again since it wasn't a successful game by any means, and another one was Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, which is still actually around and active to this day. I think that given the Nintendo Switch is at its halfway point in its lifespan, or probably even beyond that now, we're definitely due to see some kind of Animal Crossing spin-off, even if it's just the one on the Switch. 2023 would be a good year for this as well, especially if it ended up coming out in, say, November, because that would be actually 2 years since the Happy Home Paradise DLC launched, and over 3 years since New Horizons launched. That definitely feels like enough time for them to say, okay, we can let something else out into the world. Nintendo is very secretive, unfortunately, so they probably wouldn't give us any strong hints until they're ready to actually show something off. I do think that in 2023, it'll be a good idea to keep a close eye on these Nintendo Directs for anything Animal Crossing related. In 2022, it really didn't feel like there was any point. It seemed pretty obvious that they were not going to come out with any Animal Crossing content, since it hadn't even been a year since the 2.0 update. But we're definitely in new territory now as a year begins without anything Animal Crossing related happening. In the worst case scenario, I definitely think Animal Crossing is going to make appearances in other games. We've seen it happen with Smash, Mario Kart, WarioWare, and others too, so I definitely feel like Animal Crossing could make its way into other franchises as little mini games and appearances and such. This definitely isn't as exciting as an actual Animal Crossing game, even a spin-off, but still, I like to see more Animal Crossing content in general as just a fan of the franchise. But what do you think? Could 2023 be a good year for Animal Crossing New Horizons? Is it possible that we will see some kind of spin-off game, or do you think it's going to be another year of no Animal Crossing news? If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to comment Bob's Gang down below so I know that you did. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on channel notifications for more.